The Acton Music Project is a proud sponsor of the Douglas School.
I think we need a theme song.
A theme song?
Yeah, a theme song.
Yeah, every good TV show has a theme song.
Is this a good show?
It's going to be a great show.
Oh, we'll see.
Yeah,
Hey,
I guess we will.
You got your guitar, right? I have mine. Why don't you play something?
I got my
Yeah,
bass.
okay, I can do that. How about something like this?
All right, I'm going to go get my sax.
I could do some noodling.
I got some lyric ideas. You guys want to hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for
All
it.
right, I'll try it out. Making music with the Acton Music Project. Making music with the Acton Music Project. Tune up your amp and sing along.
Write some songs that aren't too long. Grab a guitar and get in tune.
If you can't do that, then squeeze a balloon. Oops.
Making music with the Acton Music Project. Making music with the Acton Music Project.
Making music is lots of fun.
So keep on watching now, don't you run. Rock, jazz, country, and blues.
When we play, we don't wear no shoes.
Yeah, nice, Joe.
Yeah.
Everybody!
Making music with the Acton Music Project. Making music with the Acton Music Project.
If you like the things you see, just tell a friend to turn on the TV.
Now you might learn a thing or two.
Like how to play a mean kazoo. Hey, it's a good thing you brought that, Craig.
Making music with the Acton Music Project.
Hi, I'm Peter Broggi. Welcome to the Acton Music Project. Let's see who's in the studio today. Actually, we're going out on location today to hear the high school marching band do their fall 2010 show, West Side Story. After we listen to it, we'll get a chance to talk to some of the musicians in the chorus room up there. Let's go. I'm Peter Broggi, and we're here with
Jason, Mike,
Danica, Megan, Jackie,
and Ben from the Acton Boxborough Regional High School Marching Band. Now, presumably, you've had some experience on your instrument before or spinning, and then you get there and you show up and you're on the field. And how do you guys know where to stand? And
Mr. Hickey hands out your drill sheet and you look at it and there are a whole bunch of numbers and steps and everything and you say, I have no idea what I'm doing. And it's just kind of this terrifying moment because all the upperclassmen walk around and know where they're going, and somebody nice will usually come over and explain how to count off your steps. So it's a lot of work, but you pick it up pretty quickly because most of the upperclassmen are really willing to help teach them.
You guys spend a lot of time working on marching smoothly and well.
Oh, yeah. We spent an entire 3-hour rehearsal on a single song, a single 32-measure song. Yeah. It gets very lonely up on the podium all by yourself.
What do you say to the person next to you when they're out of step?
left. Relentlessly until they get the picture.
There's not really a nice way to say it. You just gotta fix it.
Just gotta do it.
And what about, can you say anything of the instrumentalists about playing when you're 50 yards away from the rest of the band, or?
Let's see. You know the expression "march to the beat of a different drummer"?
Yeah.
Just don't. The idea of marching band, well, because you're so spread so far apart, the way the sound works, it's best if you just listen back to the drum line, which is the furthest away from the crowd. That way everything hits the crowd at the same time. So we emphasize, listen to the drum line, listen back to the drum line, listen back to the drum line. And we spend hours on certain songs just getting that one part right, just to make sure that everyone's listening back and getting that centralized beat.
With the big stick you carry?
The mace. Go get it. Go.
The mace is sort of a almost symbolic thing of a drum major. It used to be.
It's somewhat unappreciated. What it does, it used to be used a lot in parades to signal the band when to start and stop. Before that, like hundreds and hundreds of years ago, it was actually used as a weapon. We only use it as a weapon when we have certain freshmen, you know.
A few dents on that.
No, but seriously, now it's just really for show. I mean,
for twirling and tossing.
Yeah, I've spent hours out in my yard practicing and learning things. It's great.
Thanks to Diana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks to the color guard captain.
You know, in the old days, they used to tap out the beat with that. There was a famous composer who jabbed himself in the foot and he died of an infection.
Beautiful.
So be careful.
I will be careful. Oh, jeez. No pressure.
Oh, so that's why they told us to look down when we were like planning.
Yeah.
We don't want to kill ourselves.
I'm bored. Maybe I can make a marching band. Now. Now. Perfect. Hi, I'm making a marching band. Do you want to help? Sure, I'll get some stuff. This would be good for the band. And this. I think this would be good.
And how does the color guard fit in with the rest of the instrumentalists? Do you ever feel a little bit forgotten?
Well, because I have to say color guard's really important, because if it wasn't for color guard, I wouldn't have fallen in love with band. And if it wasn't for band, then I wouldn't have picked up French horn. So I do play French horn, even though I'm extremely musically dyslexic and don't play it well. You're fine. You're good. But the color, I feel like over the years that the color guard has grown to be more attached with the band. And I find
Hi and welcome to Music Peace Theater. My name is Craig Vandera. On today's show, I'd like to talk about marching bands. We saw the Acton Boxborough Marching Band on today's show, and they were fantastic, weren't they? I mean, the skill that goes into the performances that they do, the way they march and play instruments at the same time is really something to behold. But I was thinking to myself recently how almost strange it is that they go out and do that. So I did a little research to find out exactly how it got started, and I thought I would share it with you today. The history started actually in the ancient world, where marching bands would perform at festivals and celebrations. the marching bands evolved over time and actually became integrated with the armies. And believe it or not, they were used to help the troops move around the field. As time went on, the musicians became less important in their battlefield role, and they actually moved into an increasingly ceremonial role. Now, many of the military traditions still survive in modern marching bands. For example, we saw it today with the Acton Marching Band and their uniforms. They looked very military, and that's why. There's also terminology that's still used today, such as dress their ranks, cover down their files. The bands are also called to attention, given orders such as about face and forward march, all very military sounding terms. These days, as you probably know, marching bands are used mostly in a ceremonial role, and particularly in marching bands at football games like we saw on today's show. The first modern halftime show actually took place at the University of Illinois in 1907. That same year, the first on-field formation was performed by the Purdue All-American Marching Band. Their director, Paul Spots Emmerich, had seen a flock of birds flying in a V formation and decided he could get the band to do the same thing on the field. Fascinating. But enough about the past and the present. What about the future?
In the future, band members will float just above the surface of the football field with the use of futuristic jetpacks. Traditional instruments will become a thing of the past, replaced by virtual instruments such as the I-saxophone and the I-trombone. And finally, drum majors will be promoted to drum colonels.
Anyway, that's enough for this week's segment. Thanks for joining us. I'm Craig Vandera. And remember, support local music. Be local music.
Ben, this is your first year in the high school marching band, is that right?
Yes, right.
And how have you how have you found it so far?
It's good. It's a lot of work, but everybody here is so like nice and caring and forgiving.
So do any of the rest of you have good freshman stories from your own past?
Too many to count.
I remember being terrified by certain seniors in the group, but I mean, inspirationally so.
I was just gonna say, like, marching band is one of the best things you can ever do because I made so many friends before the first day of freshman year. And like, when I was in the hall, the first day of high school, you think it's the scariest thing in the world, but I was saying hi to people left and right from the band, to our seniors, to sophomores, to everything.
Amen, sister.
Yeah, thanks to band camp. I mean, you get 5 days in the summer, a week before school starts, to really get to know people, and you just get that head start.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for talking with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our pleasure.
Grab your guitar and get in tune. If you can't do that, then squeeze the balloon.
I knew that was going to happen. Get it from the side. Blow it up more. Yeah, and then. Oh! Here we go.
Music with the Acton Music Project.
Oh, no, too far.
I can't do it! Thanks for trying. My gums.
The Acton Music Project.
Jesus!
All of this for fame.
That's toilet paper.
Oh, damn it.